This is Veritas Files with Part 4 of Economic Collapse, preparing for economic collapse. This is part of the risk mitigation plan. I want to say a couple other things about dogs. If you want to have dogs and you want to think about having them long term, because this could be a long-term collapse, you may want to think about the ability to breed them. In that case, I would start with a male, because you don't have to breed those for 5 to 7 years. After about 7 years or so, you're taking the chance that the dog's going to get testicular cancer if you have a male. So you want to breed him by then if you can. But I would probably start with a male, especially if it's going to be an outdoor dog or primarily an outdoor dog. I would do that. I would also get a full-blooded, purebred dog from a reliable breeder, not a puppy mill. You want that because you have a better chance of getting the good guarding characteristics that the breed is known for, versus another dog that may look like a particular breed, but he's got Basset Hound or Beagle or Brittany Spaniel or something in him like that. Good dogs, but not good guarding dogs. So I would seriously consider that. Whelping dogs is not hard necessarily. It takes a little bit of skill, a little bit of knowledge, but that can be learned. A lot of it can be learned on the fly. Get a couple books from the library, or a couple books from your local PetSmart, Petco, pet store, whatever, on a particular breed, and should help you quite a bit. But what I really want to talk about this video is health security. I'm just going to go through it real quick. This is not hard stuff. It's not overly expensive stuff, but it's stuff that needs to be done. You need to maintain yourself or reduce yourself to a healthy weight and get regular exercise. You need to take care of any deferred medical maintenance issues. If you have knee pain, back pain, toothaches, anything that's going wrong that you don't feel comfortable with dealing with on your own in the long term, take care of it right now. You need to establish a 1-year in-home backup supply of any necessary pharmaceutical medications that you're on. This goes especially for you people that are really dependent upon them. And I'm talking to people with heart issues, people with diabetes. You need to do whatever you can to get additional supplies of whatever you need. So we're talking about blood pressure medications, thyroid medications, stomach acid reducers that are prescription, birth control measures, antidepressants, anything that you need that you can't go off of cold turkey, get it now. Develop a supply. You can do that oftentimes by just taking it. Instead of taking it once every 24 hours, take it once every 26 or 28 hours. Yeah, you'll have to keep track of that, but it can be done. The next thing I would do is establish an in-home 1-year backup supply of any necessary over-the-counter medications. You might hear these talked about as OTC medications. Aspirin is a good one. I would get the 81 milligrams, especially for anybody that has issues or thinks they might have issues later with the heart, because it can be used as a blood thinner, and you really only need the 81 milligrams to thin the blood. But if you need it for pain, you can take 2 or 3 or 4 of those, and they'll be adequate. Tylenol is a general pain reliever. It does not reduce inflammation, but it does cover pain, and it cuts fevers. Good thing to have. Aleve is just naproxen, so if you get a 400 or 800 prescription naproxen prescription, you can take 2 or 4 Aleve, and it's the same thing. That does reduce inflammation and it covers pain. It's a good thing to have. Ibuprofen works in a very similar fashion. Good thing to have. Benadryl for allergies, bee stings, things like that. Great. Claritin, Zyrtec, those are a little more expensive, but it can be done. You don't necessarily, if you have all the Benadryl, you don't need as much of the Claritin and Zyrtec in terms of the money you're going to spend. But I would get all of them because of the way that they work in cycles. So one will work one season, one will work another. Mucinex for congestion, Robitussin for congestion. Remember, I'm talking about a year's supply of this stuff. That's $365 for each person. Prilosec, Zantac, Tums, stomach acid reducers, stool softeners, laxatives. Make sure you know the difference between those two, and try to take the stool softeners before you take the laxatives. Fiber supplements like Citracel, Pepto-Bismol, Kaopectate. Get all that stuff. Make sure you have some multivitamins, niacin tablets for cholesterol and things like that, omega-3 fish oil for strokes and arthritis and various other things. And we're talking about a year's supply for everybody that's going to be using them. So that's a lot of stuff. Set out a plan and get it done. At least get it started. We'll talk about some other stuff in the next video. Thanks.